They shifted from 3% organic growth to 44% organic growth in 2 years. That's a language your CEO will understand. That's the power of economics of customer experience, and that's what I want to spend the time today. Because here's what happens to your CEO. He wakes up in the morning, and his board is sitting on him with a very specific question. I don't want average results. I want exceptional results. Can you deliver to me exceptional results? In order to achieve that, he needs to make sure that he has the customer choice. He has more and more and more customers choosing him, choosing his products, choosing his services over the competition. In order to achieve that, he ought to deliver not just average experiences, but exceptional experiences. That's a new bar. Good and okay is no longer cutting it. That means he needs to create and consistently deliver the absolute best choice for customers. And that's where he runs into the largest issue. Because in order for that to happen, he is dependent on what we call the employee choice. Because exceptional performance is a private choice of every employee. You cannot force it. You can create the infrastructure to make them choose it, but you cannot force it. Don't trust me? Just board any one of the airlines today and you'll see one of those union-negotiated smiles that they're giving you. They don't want you here. Let me give you a simple example. I do a fair amount of traveling, and I was standing in line in order to check in for an airline that should remain nameless in Dallas. The guy in front of me was absolutely rude to the staff member that was checking him in. He was cursing, he was out of rage, he was yelling, screaming, profanity, the whole 9 yards. And I look at him, and I look at the airline employee, and she was calm, she was relaxed, she was absolutely on top of things. She didn't raise her voice, and I was admiring, and it's my business, so I'd love to see people who are doing it well. So when it was my turn, I came to her and I said, ma'am, I just want to share with you one thing. I was observing this interaction. No one should be spoken to like this. I mean, the way he was treating you, unacceptable. And I just want to commend you on keeping your cool and being so professional. She looked at me, completely unmoved. She said, sir, please don't worry. His luggage is going to Alaska. She then proceeded to ask if I have any luggage to check in. I'm like, no, stay away from those. But guys, here is your challenge. Your organization is the sum total of the millions of decisions that your thousands of employees are making every day. And the question is, are we giving them the infrastructure to make the right decision and to be empowered and to be engaged? Or are we giving them an infrastructure that ultimately makes them make excuses to customers? But that's who we are. The brand of the organization, the ability of the organization to deliver exceptional results is directly related to the decisions of thousands of employees. If you want exceptional results, you absolutely must deliver exceptional experiences, which requires exceptional performance. The CRM systems and the program that came with them treated the customer as an orange. They wanted to squeeze him for all it's worth. We call it cross-selling, upselling, whatever it is. We were doing things to the customers, not for the customer. The customer was an orange, and we just needed better tools to squeeze more out of them as much as we can. And we designed trickeries and tools and everything else. I've worked with the automotive industry now. I learned more tricks that they teach their salespeople in order to squeeze more from the customer. Customer experience comes from a natural place saying, how do I create more value for the customer so they come naturally? Because the successful companies have customers come naturally to them. They don't need to spend more money on squeezing. The customer is not an orange, it's a plant. And the more you nurture him, the more he'll grow. So the core question that every company needs to ask itself is, how do I deliver a differentiated or an exceptional experience every day to every customer with every product, by every employee, through every channel, at every interactions and every community? That is the essence of a business. Be set as far as removals. We find customer complaints, we fix it. We find customer complaints, we fix it. And we think we deserve some kind of a crown or some kind of a medal. And the customer is looking at us saying, are you crazy? You want me to pay more for this? You were just doing the basics. You were just reaching the parity of my expectations. You're not doing anything special. Why should I pay you more? Why should I give you more wallet share? Why should I pay you premium price? The essence of customer experience is crossing the parity line and creating an exceptional experience. Exceptional by definition is surprise me and impress me. Some of you are feeling, why do I need to surprise them? Why is consistency not enough? Let me give you an example from personal life. My wife every so often will come to me and she'll say, Lior, you didn't say I love you for a while. And then I will say, okay, I love you. And she says, that's too late. You were supposed to say it spontaneously. Then my brother-in-law, he tried to solve the problem. He's an IT guy, so you'll have to forgive him. He went to my sister and he said, look, I told you I love you once. If it will change, I will let you know. You understand, that's not a relationship. A relationship is built on excitement and renewal and rejuvenation. Customers are leaving a lot of money in their pocket because the experience is not that great, because we are not exceptional. We are okay. I'm not saying we are bad. We are okay. But you know what okay means? We are boring. I love customer surveys, but at the end of the day, I want money. If it doesn't hit the top line or the bottom line, no CEO is going to pay attention to me. None of them is reporting NPS to their stockholders. They report top line and bottom line. That's our focus in every one of the transformation. In a product-centric world, we measure success by product, price, promotion, and placement. These are the typical things that were designed in the early 60s in the marketing departments. There are not too many things from the early 60s that we are still using today. Maybe it's time to also move some of our thinking and our management concepts. Today we measure it based on a premium price, the ability to command a higher price for your product. If the customer refuses to do that, you have not done your business. Portion of budget, which is also known as a wallet share. Promotion to others. How many actual referrals you're giving me, not intending to give me a referral as NPS intent. Permanence of relationship, how long do you stay with me, and the preference of purchase. So every aspect of the 5 P's of customer actions are all related to real actions, not perceptions. Customer experience is not the complaint management. I've seen that many times. You go to the customer experience people and all they focus on is complaint management. Eventually, everybody else in the company hates them because every time they show up, they talk about the problem. Don't make it a department. A customer experience department should be in charge of a strategy, toolkit, measurements, and communication. But the rest of the company needs to own it. And one of the things that you can do is bring training that will train managers to go and start owning it in their own organization. Because we are living in a new world, guys. And in this new world, customers no longer measure us on consistency or on the number of moments we breathe, but rather on the number of breathtaking moments we create. Thank you very much.